looks like we are up and running. We'll be getting started in a couple minutes, folks. The giveaway should be live, so you can head on over and enter that while you wait. Alright, looks like it's 1 o'clock, so let's go ahead and get started. Turn off that giveaway link for now. And just a heads up, it is a new day, so new giveaway. Anyone can enter. You do need to re-enter if you entered yesterday. So welcome guys, I'm Black6 from BZPower, and we've got this lovely Lego Ninjago City Gardens set that we are going to be finishing up today. We've got, I think, 5 bags left, or 5 numbers left at least. A little more work to do on the main set itself, and then we have the 16 by 32 pagoda base plate that connects to it and can be arranged as you see fit with your other Ninjago City sets. So we're actually going to push this off to the side a little bit, although I think we do have to build on. So yeah, we're in our last instruction book. You can see we've got less than half the pages left there, using the sticker sheet as my bookmark. So should be a shorter build today. But yeah, it looks like mainly in this last bag we have to finish the tree that goes here and add a few other details. Alright, so let's grab bag number 22. Got 2 bags to open up. Lots of great foliage pieces here. And we do have a minifigure to build as well. Picture set up here. Turn that on and get to it. Hope everyone had a good rest of their Saturday yesterday after we finished up. Alright. So we've got Cece, who is our jewel thief. So she's got a mask on, nice like jacket over hoodie look, some cargo pants, double-sided face so she can be wearing her mask or not. You can see the hood on the back there. And then she comes with a baseball cap. It's actually a dual molded dark blue and was it like the reddish orange color. So she's got her ponytail coming out the back. Hey there, Oroki. Good to see you. And then, since she is a jewel thief, she gets a little diamond there as well. Let's put her off with the rest of the minifigs and get to some building, focusing on this tree. Oh, interesting. We get another one of these 2x2 round tiles for 10 years of Ninjago. We had one of those on the base piece for Sensei Wu, the Golden Wu figure, way back in like bag number 1 or something early on. Now we get another one here at the end, or close to the end. I think it's always interesting to see how the designers take on organic shapes like trees. Alright, so apparently our tree here Celebrating 10 years of Ninjago. Kind of interesting spot for that tile. Alright, now I get to place it. I need to adjust these branches a little so they don't go under the sign. There we go. Alright, now I get to make a whole bunch of branches to attach to that. These lovely lime green and spring yellowish green leaf pieces. Remember when, if you wanted leaves in other colors, you had to go to the aftermarket because LEGO only made them in like the normal green color. And there was people who made custom aftermarket leaves and like all the different seasons. You get like white snow colored leaves and like springtime and bloom leaves, autumn red, yellow, and orange leaves. Now look at it, mix all those. And I go, yeah, this makes sense. Assembling these branches here definitely seems really familiar to the ones on the lower part of the tree. Trying to like look at those as I'm building these, and it looks like they're almost exactly the same. Maybe some slight variations here and there. tree branches, and actually paying closer attention this time around, I noticed that these two studs on the branches are connected. I'm not sure if I was supposed to do that on the ones down below, and I just missed that part of the instructions and essentially did them wrong. Alright, now I figure out how best to attach these. Should I go like this? I think like this. I think that looks better than the other, if they were to go the other way around. Well, that does not look like that matches the instructions. Uh-oh. That one Technic pin that holds the top of the tree on. Wow. Alright. Good job, Black 6. Really messed this one up. Something lost a leaf down here. Not sure where that came from. Oh, one of these guys. Alright. Okay, let's try this. Alright, so the problem is this is only attached by a single Technic pin, and when I'm trying to put it on the beam that's here, it's just kind of pushing that pin up into it, so it wasn't firmly getting into place. You have to make sure that you hold down on this central stem here as you put that on there, otherwise it will not attach properly, and you'll run into the same issue I did. Go. Definitely looks like a nice full tree now that that part is done. A little bit of a pain, but got there. Now looks like we get to make a little flying motorcycle for Cece, our daring criminal, to make her escape on. I don't know if I've ever used this scooter piece before. Definitely interesting. I didn't realize there was a clip on the bottom here. That in this case we're putting like one of these kind of railing pieces on. Turn it into a little jet scooter versus a normal wheeled scooter. And I do like how the handlebar piece is a separate attachment, so you can like put on the handlebars that mini dolls can hold, or normal minifigs, so you can use it for friends or like city or whatever theme you so desire. Alright, so I think that's about it for the flying scooter here. Cute little build. I definitely like the wings. I like using these gem pieces as the engines, and these little silver round things from the accessory kit. Not a huge fan of the fact that we have those clips on the bottom where the wheels can connect, but there's nothing in there. It makes them look really empty and hollow, especially on the front. I wish there was something more we could do on the front to kind of fill that in and flesh it out, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, clipping that on this trans clear bar piece. And then looks like we have that attach over here, so that can be flying through the city. Alright, now we still got a little bit more of the city to build. Looks like we have a piece of sidewalk that's going to have some signs. We do still have 4 more stickers we haven't used yet, so looks like we're going to be doing that. I think this bag finishes this main city section, and then the last 4 bags are all focused on the pagoda on a little island that's a separate base plate. Yeah, we've got these lovely gold 1x2 tiles here along the 1x1 round plates. We're about to cover them up, it looks like. Almost a little bit of a shame there. I suppose you should be just glad that the designers are able to include them, even if they are to be covered up. Time for 2 of our last couple of stickers. Have to get at our translation guide to figure out what they're on about. Ninjago alphabet. says MA Fashion. Shut it off in a sec. Presumably for one of the stores. I think it's in the city docks. There's like a clothing store. So this is a reference to the other set. So yeah, the one on the right says M.A. So like a abbreviation for their initials, probably MA Fashion. So I believe there was a clothing store. I think it was in the docks. Definitely in one of the other two sets. So I guess this is a little callback to that. It's kind of cool that they put these references to parts of the other sets in here, and a little billboard saying, "Hey, go over to the docks and go to MA Fashion." Alright, our last two stickers. See what these two say. All right, so our first one here is a sign for the aquarium. Let's see, it's got two words on it in very small letters. Last one here is for the Chili House, C-H-I-L-I, like the peppers that you see on the sign. I assume that's another one of the restaurants that is somewhere in the Ninjago City sets, although I honestly do not remember which one that is offhand. So we got this little sidewalk piece. This is actually kind of like a modular piece on these Technic pins that I guess you can move around depending on how you want to set this up with the rest of the set. So for example, we could put it right here, or I assume it could also fit right there. So depending on how you want to lay this out with the rest of your Ninjago City display. So that is how the instructions are having us do it, so that's how we'll do it for now. Just may ooh, excuse me, may change a little bit in my final display of the set. Alright, so we've got this interesting little piece. I think this is supposed to go on a minifigure and be like a little backpack. But here, we're taking a couple of plates and a cheese slope and putting them in that backpack and turning it into a robot head. So some real NPU on the part of the designers, of course. We've got that Friends binoculars piece that we were looking at yesterday that they use in one of the telescopes. And using that and the Travis brick. And you're making a little robot guy. Too far so you can see a little binocular piece in there. Connects to a pneumatic T that goes through where the minifig neck would go. So you've got some legs attached down the bottom. Now, part of me kind of wishes they had just been like, all right, we'll bring back the Exoforce robots for this. That would have been a really cool reference for, you know, those of us who remember Exoforce from the mid-2000s. But I'm sure a lot of those pieces from the main bodies are no longer in production. The bodies and the legs. Obviously, we still have the arms and the hands. Alright, so he's got a little hard hat and a shovel, and this is Scoop, according to the top of the box. I assume he's a little janitor robot. Just cleaning up the messes in Ninjago City. One thing is you do have to make sure his legs are spaced properly so you can actually go onto two studs that are next to each other, so kind of have to squeeze those together a bit, I assume, so they can both connect to a stud. No, looks like that's exactly where he belongs according to the instructions. Maybe off by a couple of studs, but hardly anything. Garbage can we're adding in here. This is actually kind of overlapping on that balcony piece we put on to keep it from easily separating. So you can't just pull this off anymore. You have to pop off this 2x1 jumper that's on top of it. Looks like now we're making another attachment piece. It's probably going to go on the other side of where I was showing off before that this balcony piece could connect to. maybe it's going to go up here. Yeah, that might make more sense. Help explain why there's a door to nowhere up there. Interesting, we're using this piece. I'm not sure what this piece was originally designed for. Like a brush guard on a truck or something. I think it gets used as like a TV antenna somewhere in here, but we're using it as a railing piece here, where it works out super well. Kind of hard to see because it's all black in this little build, but it does work out very well. Alright, with a couple of flower pots to add some color, we got a little balcony piece, which we can connect over here. And just to check it out, yeah, this one can't connect on the other side, so it's kind of stuck going there. I mean, clearly it was designed for this, but I'm just kind of curious to see how modular it is, because with these two pieces on here, you obviously can't connect the Ninjago City or the city docks to this section because these would be in the way. And that is it for bag 22. And finishes up this main portion of the model. Awesome. Scoot that out of the way. Dig up our 16 by 32 base plate that's been sitting around. You can see that will match up width-wise with this. Open up bag 23. Let's start work on our little pagoda. these plates and stuff here that will later be tiled over. We can see one of the bags for bag 24 is literally more of those trans-light blue 1x2 tiles. So we thought we had finished with those back in like bag number 2, but they are back with a vengeance here. I mean, as before, I think it'll definitely be worth the effect they give of the water. So it's not really a complaint or anything, but that part does tend to be a bit tedious doing all of the tiling. We've got some bricks with Technic pins going in on here that will be used to connect this to the gardens or to any of the other Ninjago City models. Kind of curious if these orange 1x1 cones we're putting in are going to be visible at all in the end, or if that's purely just filler that they're putting in here. Kind of guess towards filler, but you never know. there, Taragatacanuva. Happy Sunday to you as well. Well, the fact that it's Sunday means gotta go back to work tomorrow. So we got these big white quarter dome pieces going in. I guess a lot of the stuff we're doing in the center is essentially making the little island that the pagoda is going to go on. So we're just kind of building up some space here with some kind of filler bricks. Looks like we're getting close to being done with bag 23 here, which means we're going to be doing our first giveaway of today. So put that link up. Again, if you entered yesterday, you do need to enter again today. New day, new giveaways. And hey, it is still Sunday, so let's enjoy the weekend while we've got it. No need to bring the mood down. Couple more bricks with Technic pins here to go on the other side of this little island so we can attach it to a second Ninjago City model of your choosing, should you have the desire and the sets for it. go. Our first bag of the pagoda down. You can see we got a lot of still raw gray base plate here that I assume is going to be covered up by the island as we build this up in subsequent bags. Alright, let's go ahead and open up our next set of bags. As I said, we got a whole bunch of translite blue tiles in this one. So that is going to be a lot of this set. I'm going to actually take out the two parts in that bag that were not the tiles and put them in with the others. Alright, so let's go ahead, turn off our giveaway link for now, and find out who our first winner for today is. Oroki, congratulations. You have won a Lewa Uniter of Jungle figure. We will be getting in touch to get you that prize. Who doesn't love a good Bionicle buildable figure? See, I'm not even going to bother counting out any of the tiles when they say use tiles. I'm just going to grab them from this tray as I need them. They're all going to get used eventually. Tragatakanuva, your generosity continues to amaze me. Super appreciate you gifting that sub there. It's awesome for Oroki, awesome for us, awesome for you. You're truly a marvel. I just love the layers of texturing they do here. You know, we've got like the three different shades. Well, we've got, I guess, two different shades of green and the black. And then as you put the tiles over it, makes the water look like it is different depths. So the under the black, it looks the deepest. And then as you get into the greens, it looks more and more shallow. Definitely a really cool effect. I kind of wish we did all the non-tile parts here first, like all these little flowers for like the lily pads, like little rocks and stuff. And we could just tile around it. I feel like that would be easier. Like in this step, we have to like leave these 5 studs uncovered to make sure we leave enough room for some stuff we're adding later. It's like, why can't we just put that stuff in there? And afterwards, there's like, yeah, tile everything that's left visible now. Looks like we're almost done with the many tiles. Alright, I wonder if that, I think that might be the last of the tiles for this entire set. We did it, guys. Set is as good as done now. Alright, so now the last thing to do, bag 24 here, is to make some lily pads. So in the past we've used like the artist easel piece. In this case, we're making lily pads that are in bloom. So we've got a 2x2 dish that we're doing concave side up and putting a little plant stem with a flower on it. So they are in bloom. And then we've got some 1x1 round studs throughout that have a hole in them that were left exposed while doing all the tiling. And so we're putting the plant stems into those and making our cute little lily pads. Alright, there we go. Got all of our water detail done. I feel like on the camera, as long as you don't have the glare from the lights too much, that depth effect works really well where you can see the different colors of green coming through underneath. Alright, 2 bags left until the gardens are done. doing a giveaway after this bag. And then, probably a couple more at least. One after we finish the set, and then we're gonna give a full in-depth tour of the set. And then we'll do like one last giveaway at the end. I think that makes sense. I just realized, yeah, we still have one more minifig that we have to build that I guess they're saving for the very last bag to give us, I think it's Young Lloyd, right? Looking at the top of the box, which is offside. Yes, we have not built Young Lloyd yet, so we're saving him till the very end. Island here is starting to get built up rather nicely. This plate, there we go. Like the little pillars we got going on over here, and I know there's a statue in this garden, but it looks like that might be where this is. I've got the statue in here. I like how all little architectural details are coming together. So you get all sorts of different green, rounded, and sloped plates in this set to make, or into this bag to make this island. It's kind of cool. Lots of nice variety here. Like how we're overlapping with a lot of the water that we've built. Kind of make it look a little more natural. As natural as, you know, plastic bricks can. Alright, now with these lovely red 2x2 jumpers, starting to get to the base, or the core of what will become the pagoda, it would seem. Getting close to be done with this bag. Still got a few pages to go though. giveaway link back on there. These cute little arched bridges going to what will eventually be the center. Not quite built yet there. This looks a little empty in the middle. And the last thing for bag 25 is not quite a minifigure, a statue. So almost all light gray. He's got dark gray hands, silver shoulders, and silver hair. Presumably based on that hair, this is supposed to be Zane. So I guess this is kind of a memorial statue for him back in the TV series when he sacrifices himself to defeat the Overlord. Of course, he comes back later. I mean, we have a minifigure of him in this set. So it's a little weird that is here, but it's kind of a nice callback to the show that I think is really cool. So I'll allow it. All right, gonna go ahead and open bag 26. Just a second, then we'll pick our next winner. Oh, I realized where did the giveaway link go? It was definitely up before. All right, there's that again, in case you did not have the link. Make sure you go and enter now. All right. Parts for last minifig for today ready. Turn off the giveaway link yet again and pick our next winner. Woomy World, congratulations. Won a Lego Movie 2 collectible minifigure. If you want to give us like your top 3 choices as far as which sets from that wave you'd like, we'll do our best to accommodate there. And yeah, let's finish this up. We're gonna finish this part of the build, pick one more winner, and then show off the set. So yeah, so finish this build, pick a winner, show off the finished set, and then pick our final winner for the day. All right, so we've got our young Lloyd. Sorry, I just realized I took a drink of water and I dripped on the instructions. Oh no. All right, our little young Lloyd figure. Definitely captures that smugness of the young green ninja, except for that scared face on the back. But cute addition, nice, again, a nice little callback to earlier on in the theme. move that over there. It looks like the pagoda itself is just built on this, this 8x8 plate, and then they'll pop right in the middle there. Got some nice 2x2 round tiles and 1x1 round plates here to give it a nice little stone effect. We get some gold minifigure heads unprinted. Pagoda does seem like it might get a little bit repetitive, since it's like, alright, do this for one corner, then the other corner, then the other corner. I think like all the four sides are going to be pretty symmetric. Trying to make sure these square plates are lined up with each other is tons of fun. Just kind of got to eyeball it. our first interesting technique so far in the pagoda. We've got these kind of macaroni tiles. We're attaching on these clips to start making the roof give that nice kind of traditional Japanese style architecture look to it. Cool little technique coming together for the top of this roof here. Actually using little Technic pieces along the base to give those round openings and these megaphone pieces for some nice texture. And we're building this on a 3x3 plate, which then these studs up here will line up with the holes in the base of a 4x4 plate. So we can do that to give that a nice little offset. About done with our pagoda. So have that giveaway link up again. after we finish our build, do a giveaway, then show off the finished set, and then one more giveaway to conclude. I really like how the top of this is coming together with these Hero Factory claw pieces and these 1x2 angled curve slopes. Really make for a nice design, nice pattern there. Alright, I think that is it for the pagoda. Can then go on our little garden. Oh, okay, that was fragile. Alright. Have to reassemble and try again. Maybe we should have built it in place. Attached it later. Gotta figure out what parts stayed connected and what parts did not. Missing, yeah, definitely missing some more. That's where, alright, that. Think it's over there. Is there anything else? There we go. Alright, I think we got that in place now. Alright, got our inventory here. Kind of curious to see how many of those translate blue tiles there were. 328 of the 1x2 translate blue tiles. I'm sure that is far and away the most frequent piece in this build. Lots and lots of parts, though. Alright, you can still win. So here is our little pagoda. And that they show attaching onto the side here. So it kind of works out with our little balconies we made near the end there. Because once you put this in here, see if I can get the Technic pins to connect. There we go. So they kind of overlap onto the space with the pagoda, so then you can connect the docks or the original Ninjago City set over there, and the balconies will not get in the way. So this kind of acts as a spacer between other iterations or other additions to Ninjago City. All right. So let's go ahead, turn off our giveaway link for now, and turn off our picture-in-picture, although we'll actually probably switch to the webcam in a sec. But let's pick our third winner for today first. Paleo Bricks, congrats. Won a Lego Movie 2 collectible minifigure. Again, if you just want to let us know like your top 3 choices for which ones you'd like, we'll be sure to try to accommodate. Alright, so Ninjago City Gardens, you guys can't even see the top of it on the stream here because it's so tall. I guess as we go through our review of the set, would behoove us to start by talking or showing off the minifigures here. And can't forget Scoops here. Give him a minifigure stand. He deserves it. Alright, so referencing the top of the box that has all the minifigures and their names on it, I'm going to go in order that I see on the top of the box. So first up, we have got young Lloyd. Definitely harkens back to the early seasons of Ninjago with the Green Ninja coming into his own. He's got the double-sided scaredy face head solid fig that we have not seen in a while. I don't even think we've seen him in any of like the legacy sets recently. So it's, yeah, definitely nice to get him here. Then up next you've got Scoop, who's a brick-built little, I guess, janitor droid, waste management bot, trash bot, junk bot. There's the one, junk bot. Not quite the junk bot people remember from the game, but I got, you know, maybe a cousin of said junk bot. Definitely a cool little build there. Next up, from the Ninjago TV series, I think this is one of the first times he's appeared in minifigure form, if not the first, is the Mechanic. Appeared in several series. I know he was in Prime Empire. He had a pretty big role in that, and I think he appeared in at least 1 or 2 other seasons before that. So really cool to see him there. Then, where did she go? There we go. We've got Cece, the jewel thief here. So she's got her mask on, so you can't tell who she is, but on the back she's got a plain face, so she could walk the streets without drawing any suspicion. And she's got a little jet scooter attached to the city for perpetrating her heists. Alright, next we've got Eileen, just a plain old citizen of Ninjago City. There's quite a few of those here. Some of them I think are like proprietors of the shops and restaurants, and some are just people walking around. So yeah, speaking of owners of the shops, we've got Hai here, because he's got an ice cream cone and a spoon. He runs the Ice Planet ice cream shop. Very cool little reference to the classic space theme. Awesome prints there. Next up, we've got Kaito, who just looks like he is a businessman in Ninjago City trying to make his way in the world, do the hustle. He's got a cell phone. I do like the shirt with the tie and suspenders that are crossed in the back. Really cool look, and of course got his briefcase there. Alright, then we've got May. So it looks like she is a martial arts instructor or maybe student. Not entirely clear there, but a nice little outfit there. And then we've got Christina, who is the big Green Ninja fan. So even the back of her shirt says Lloyd. I forget if she has a, yeah, she's got a winky face. on the back, which is maybe a little creepy considering this set includes young Lloyd, that we've got this adult woman who's fanboying over this kid. But we won't go into the potential ramifications of that. Let you figure that out on your own. Alright, next up, we've got Urban J in his street clothes. Nice little jacket there, holding a bouquet of flowers, got a little sly expression on his face there, and he's in his street clothes because he's on a date with his yang, the yang to his yin, Nia, in her nice little kind of leather jacket. Dig the hair piece with the little silver printing on the top. Make such a cute couple. Going back to some TV show references, we've got Clutch Powers, shown up in a few seasons. Showed up in the short that just premiered on Friday, but he was definitely a big player in forget what this tagline of the season was, but the one with the Asphira, where the ninjas start by going into the desert, into a temple. So he's got his satchel, his CP on the back, and he's got the nice double-sided head with his eye patch lifted up. Yeah, he's wearing the eye patch, but he can still see out of that eye. And along with him, another reference to the show, we've got Misako. Definitely looks like she does in the show. Nice fig there, little ascot, jacket. Alright, another character from the show, we've got Ronan. He actually has a shop here in the gardens that we'll show off later. Definitely, he looks like he does from the show and from past minifigure iterations. I'm not sure. I assume there's some minor variations that make him unique here, but maybe not. Next up, we've got Cole with his rock concert tour shirt. I definitely dig that. It's a cool design that I'm sure a lot of AFOLs will love, and he's got his video game controller. Alright, next up we've got Tito. I don't know if he appears in the show or not. He might be like one of the side characters. For some reason he's holding a VHS cassette. Didn't know they had those in Ninjago. But definitely like this little hoodie shirt with a kind of synthesizer front there. Tito's got a dog, little husky. Alright, coming into the home stretch in their ninja outfits, we've got Kai. He's got a dual-sided head, kind of a sheepish grin on one side, and a determined expression there. Not sure how these prints compare to other iterations, but definitely capture the look of the characters. And we've got Zane with his Nindroid head. He's got an angry, serious expression there. On the back, he's just kind of got some Nindroid-y details. And last but not least, we've got the golden minifigure of the set on his little 10 years of Ninjago display base, Sensei Wu in gold with some nice printing on the gold there. Definitely looks great. Nice little collectible. Alright, so those are the minifigures. Gonna get them out of the way again now that I showed them off, so we can focus on the set itself. Alright. So we are gonna switch over to the webcam and we're gonna kind of take you through section by section, floor by floor. We'll deconstruct the set and then show how it all comes together. Alright, up we go. Can we go all the way? Can you take me higher? Alright, that's about as high as I can take it. You're just missing a little bit of the top of this tower here, which is where the ninja's control center is. I think in the instructions here there's a page that kind of goes through what all the different sections are. So I will talk about those, and so I can give the accurate names. I got the instructions open here. So yes, we got the satellite array on the top with the ninja control room underneath and the hidden room underneath that. So we've got our satellite array. So you can see the nice little antenna there. Alright, so this is the tallest part. Kind of move this down a little bit so we can show off. So part of this pops off, and inside, as we said, the control room. So there's like a little monitor there and a seat with a control panel, so the ninjas can go to the tallest point of Ninjago City and watch for crime. And then that separates again, and there is a hidden room where we actually have Jay's ninja outfit. So essentially we have a whole another minifigure in here. There's a transparent neon green head, so because it's just his outfit. And let me get that back in there. And also hiding in here, we've got a couple extra billboards. One for Johnny Thunder Adventures reference there, and the other is a little kind of Jaws, or I guess it's technically like an Aqua Sharks reference. Alright, let's place these back together. Hopefully without breaking anything. Alright, we're going to put that off to the side. And underneath those, we've got the Ninja Zone here. Alright, so this is kind of like their little hangout and arcade. I love the koi fish on the front. We'll show that off a little more in a sec. But yeah, it's kind of, so let's see how hard is this to pop off without breaking other stuff. Alright, there, we can pop this off so we can kind of show from some different angles. So there's actually a little arcade machine here, which hopefully we can pop off really easily because it's a really cool design. It's got some nice stickers around the edges for the marquee. But the coolest part is we use the little red Technic axles as a D-pad, and the Technic pin is a joystick. And as you push down on that, the character actually moves and can fight the snake guy in there. So that's a really cool little detail. Alright. And in addition to that, got a family portrait, got another TV with some video games on it, little telescope here, nice comfy chair, and here is that koi fish hanging out on the outside. That's kind of a feature of all of the Ninjago City sets so far, right? The first one had like a puffer fish, and the second one had a crab, so this one has got the koi fish. Alright, so we're gonna move that off to the side, and we're gonna twist over here and take a look at the rooftop Zen garden. Alright, so that's this lovely little structure here. Actually uses treasure chests as the roof. Let's see if this can pop off. There we go. So there's just like a little table on the inside here. There is a cool detail of this. This is a safe underneath here, and that can pop open. And there's a chislo potting in there. What I was guessing yesterday is it's kind of a reference to when teal went away a number of years ago, and so they're locking it up so teal is safe for now. I like the little garden here. And this is also, we've got this little jet scooter attached to this for Cece to perpetrate her jewel heists on. Alright, as I was spinning that around, I kind of knocked over the roof. So the roof of the, what do they call it? The Ninjago Museum of History kind of gets held in place by those two other buildings that I just took off. So just imagine that's in place. But we've got this lovely little tree here, and then we've got a cool little dragon, brick-built dragon, or maybe dragon skeleton that hangs from the ceiling. Really fun little build. I like that. It is fairly easily removable, so you can show it off. And really nice design here for the roof in general. Alright. That out of the way, we can look at the next level here. So we're going to start on the far right. So So pretty much this whole thing here is the Ninjago Museum of History. I guess we'll try to look in from the top. There's some cool little exhibits here. So we got like the Temple of Air Jitsu over there. A little hard for me to see from this angle what everything we've got, but there's like all sorts of little details on the walls. Some like different paintings, different artifacts. Love the flame yellowish orange details out there. Definitely looks really cool. Let's see how easy this is too. Alright, so this whole top level wants to pop off. So before I remove that, we'll spin around here and look at the student apartment, which is this lovely little green building. Got a nice little balcony, lots of flowers here. If you look on the inside, there's a little easel. So they are an art student. And yeah, a couple little doors, and there's a bed and a TV over here that Gail Gossip, Ninjago City reporter, is sharing the news on. Alright, so let's remove this. And we'll spin this around so you can see some of the cool details on the back. Got some nice little planners, little telescope there. Got the door to get into the museum here. You can kind of see this from some of the other angles. There's like a display case there with one of the golden weapons. There's like a little statue there. Let's see. Over here, there's a little turnstile, so you can get through there. And then there is another cool detail. I almost forgot. You know, we're talking about, we've got Cece there with her little jet bike, you know, trying to steal stuff. So she needs to get into the Ninjago Museum of History. So if we pop off this painting here, and then pop off this billboard on this side, you can see there is a hole in the wall. So you can sneak into the museum from the outside and steal some of the priceless artifacts. It's a really cool detail there. All right, next level down. All right, so first off, we've got this lovely tree that kind of goes through the first and second levels of the garden. It's kind of interesting because we started the first level down here in like bag 2 or 3, and we finished this one in like bag 20 something. So it's definitely a kind of drawn out build there. All right, in this level we've got Chen's Noodle House and the ice cream shop, which, as we talked about before, is like the ice planet, and then the walkways going around there. So let's see if we can pop off Chen's Noodle House. I'm not sure how well these are all connected to each other. Kind of forget. There we go. All right. So Chen's Noodle House here. We've got Chen, the mascot. He's got a winky face on there. I like the pillars in the front. Of course, we've got the signage, little air conditioning unit, some flowers, and then on the inside, so you can see we got the spot here for the cook to be. As you can see him from the outside, he's got his little wok in there to cook some noodles on. And then there's like a menu in here, a little protective covering, door opens. All in all, some really cool details. Moving over to the ice cream shop, Ice Planet. Let's see if we can get this to move. Oh, let's take the whole catwalk with it. There we go. All right, so I like the rounded window, little Ice Planet reference. It's got the penguin with the Ice Planet set. Sign that says open. Got these stairs here with a sign that says museum, because that takes you up to the next level where the museum is. Out the back door, cute little reference. Got an ice cream cone on the floor that's spilled on the roof. And the inside, you can see we've got all the different flavors of ice cream. We've got like stacks of cones and stuff. Got a little menu over here. So all sorts of fun little references. Alright, moving on down. So you've got all sorts of interesting signage here. I'm not going to go through and retranslate all of them again. I did that as we were building it. You know, one would have thought that in doing all of this I would have memorized the alphabet, but I have not. But there's all sorts of little Easter eggs to different things in Ninjago and other LEGO themes of the past. Other parts of Ninjago City. We do have a little Rock Raiders reference there. But yeah, some of these are like references to other shops and restaurants from Ninjago City and Ninjago City Docks. So really cool little references there. I believe this whole sidewalk piece can come off. Wants to take this one room with it though. There we go. So this whole thing is modular. Running out of places to put them though. Alright. What do we got down here? We've got the Ninjago fan apartment and the tea time balcony. Alright, so we'll start with the Ninjago fan apartment right here. So I can pop this off. You can see they're a Ninjago fan. They've got a little flag hanging from their window. I love a lot of these a lot of the rooms and stuff have like these angled walls on them because there's some really cool architecture and design. You can see they're definitely a fan. Their bed has some Ninjago bed sheets on it. They've got a Ninjago City poster on here, so definitely dedicated to the ninja. Moving over to the tea time balcony. So this can pop off as always. I love the window here. Uses this Technic like brake rotor from one of the large Technic supercars as the window. Nice little roof design here, and just like kind of a little quiet spot to have some tea with some nice little paintings there. And then on the inside, there's not really much going on in there. Just like a little table with like a plant. So a little uneventful spot there. All right, and we are at the lowest level where we've got the island with the bonsai tree. It doesn't actually say what the rooms down here are. I think these can pop off as well, but there's definitely some features I want to show off before we remove them. So let's try to. So this shop here, as we're going through the minifigures, we mentioned that Ronin is one of the minifigures. I believe this is his little shop where he trades in different artifacts he has acquired. So there's like a storefront over here for people walking up, but there's also an area here where you can come up with a boat and dock. And you know, in case he gets searched, he has a secret compartment here. Let's see how well you guys can see in there. We'll see some more, but there's a little secret compartment where you can store some contraband in there. Really cool reference or cool little feature. And if we pop it off, you can see he's got like a map of Ninjago in here. He's got like a disguise, a little hat and mustache. And he's got like some books on a bookshelf and some like scales in there. And then underneath, now you can see what was hiding in that compartment. So when you open up the trapdoor, you can just see the part that my hand is not covering. So you've got like some jade blades, some silver and gold ingots, and a little statue. But underneath that is this little crate, and the cover has a sticker with a 2x2 tile that literally says Easter egg. I don't think that's showed up too well on the camera, unfortunately. But it is literally an Easter egg. And then our last little restaurant over here. Remove that. So it's just like a little takeout restaurant. So there's a window where you can order. And on the inside, we've got like a little sink in there, some shelves with some ingredients, and just a little place for them to cook some food and get it out to people. All right, so now we are down to the base of the Ninjago City Gardens. So there's definitely still some cool things to check out here. Got the rest of the tree. I like that it's got a little bird's nest in it. Underneath that little restaurant, there's like some sewer pipes. Cool little detail there. We've got like a little island here with some cute little flowers and a tree. And we've got the temple island that we built that adds on a separate base plate. Little statue of Zane, little pagoda there. What else we got as far as cool little details? I guess the last cool little detail to show off down here, it's a little simple thing, but we've got like a drain pipe here, and there's actually like some water rushing out, and they use one of those little superhero hand effect things for that. So that is that. So let's go and reassemble all this, see if I can figure out how this all goes together now that I've taken it all apart. And then, as I do that, let me go ahead, put up our giveaway link one last time for today. There you go. All right, so there's that. Got to make sure we push down on these. Pretty good. There's our little restaurant here. It's got a little balcony going on the water. Can enjoy that. And we've got our Ninjago fan apartment. I do like how they some of the rooms overhang. So it's almost as like if we take this off, like the footprint of this set is like literally just like these two little buildings here, and like it just kind of all goes up and out as you go up. So it's really impressive that like it all supports its own weight, because there's definitely a lot. And as you can see how easily you can remove them. There's definitely a lot of it is only attached by a couple of studs, so it's all just kind of like compressed down on itself. Alright, we've got our little tea balcony here. And a lot of times, not on this one, let me see if this one has some. So a lot of times they have like some little guide tracks on the bottom of the different rooms to help you line things up with the one below it. Not all of them have that, but a good portion of them do. There we go, there's that. Alright, now I think we need our walkways piece. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's right. In the Ninjago fans room. This is the best way to hold this. They have. Can I adjust the camera? They have a little plane hanging from their ceiling that is attached to this walkway. This is another cool detail there. Let's put this light back on that I knocked off. Line this up, not with the tree in my face. I guess this walkway portion, kind of locks the two sides together, allows the tree trunk to add some support as well. Next up, we've got the noodle shop over here. And the ice cream shop, right? Where'd that one go? And we've got this whole level is just, yeah, we've got our breakaway walls. Let's put that back on. Oh. Alright, so broke off the front of the Ninjago History Museum, which is not really broken off because it's not held on by a whole lot. Let's see, let's get you attached again. I guess without the roof on, it will come off pretty easily, so let's get this in place. But it does allow you to see into the rest to the museum pretty well, so we'll take a quick look at that once we get this back where it belongs. We need to go back there a whole bit. It's definitely tricky remembering how to line all these things up. So from the back, there's a cheese slope here that I know it has to go there. Oh, all right, and doing that, help me line up these somewhat. There's studs over here. And that's why there's like no studs on Master Chen's noodle shop for this to attach to. Are there any? There's literally no studs anywhere that hold on this level. So it's pretty fragile. Alright, so while we have the front wall open, kind of a little better look there. Got a little model of the Destiny's Bounty, a little snake head there. You can see the removable painting, a little hole into the outside a little better there. And then, so we've got these 1x8s with the track here that the outside wall here just kind of slides into, and it does attach with some studs, but it's a fairly loose connection. All right. Oh, one thing I did not show off in the Ninja Zone here. So one thing is they've got these billboards that, in theory, you can remove, and I showed you the other pictures before, so it's kind of cool. But then in order to get into the Ninja Zone, you've got this gear here, so you can turn that, and the ladder goes down, and then back up again. I almost forgot about that. Alright, so let's get that back in place. And now you can see we've got all these tiles here, and that is what the roof of the History Museum kind of rests on. That's why when I took the rooms off before the roof last time, I made the roof a little wobbly. And it only attaches by one stud, which is easiest to access from the back here. There we go. Alright, so while we're back here, you can see the ladder in action. Alright, almost there. Just the tower left. Alright, that's actually not attached by any studs either. Just kind of slots into there. Alright. Let's see. The set's so big we can't capture it all on frame. Alright, let's try to capture it all on frame with 2 pictures. Alright, so we've got the camera showing the base and then picture in picture. What's the best way to do this? You can see the top. Alright, so that's most of the set in 2 frames. Hey Dollar, you came on just as we were finishing up. So we're about to do our last giveaway and then call it a stream. So yeah, that is the Ninjago City Gardens. Before we do our giveaway, I'd kind of been thinking about trying to display this on stream with the other sets, but just because of we can see how hard it is just for me to capture just this set on its own on camera. Figured it wasn't worth it to try to include the others. But once I put this on display with the other 2 sets that I've got, I will take some pictures and we'll share those on Instagram so you can see how this looks with the other 2 models. As far as future stuff goes, I'm not sure what is going on next weekend. I'm definitely doing some Lego stuff next weekend. Don't know if I'm going to be doing a live stream or not, but now that you know, we're kind of getting back a little bit into normalcy, I'm actually going to be collaborating with another BZPower member who I've not seen in a long time. He's going to be in town, so looking forward to hanging out with him. We are both fully vaccinated, and it's just going to be the 2 of us, so we're going to be safe, keep all necessary safety precautions. But I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a live stream or if we're going to be recording some video. And but we'll be doing something, so stay tuned to learn more about that as the week continues. And yeah, I think that's gonna wrap things up. So let's go ahead, turn off our giveaway link. Close the giveaway to entries for today. And pick our final winner. Brickus, congratulations. You won a Lego Movie 2 collectible minifigure. So again, just give us like your top 3 choices that you would like to get your hands on, and we will do our best to make that happen. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is definitely a fantastic set. If you're into Ninjago, if you're into cool Lego sets, if you can manage to afford it, this is obviously pretty expensive set, but I think it's definitely worth it, especially if you're a fan of Ninjago. This probably won't be a surprise to most of you, but if I had to, if someone asked me, should I get Ninjago City Gardens or should I get the Coliseum, it would be this set, hands down. This is so much more vibrant, so many awesome colors, so many cool building techniques, just so much variety, so many awesome minifigures. Even if you're not a fan of Ninjago, the minifigs are still cool. Even if you're not a fan of Ninjago, the set is still cool. Definitely an awesome one to get. Great way to celebrate 10 years of Ninjago. Great addition to the Ninjago City line. Hopefully not the last one we will see in this collection. Definitely, I think one of the best sets of the year so far, right? Because this came out on January 1st, so technically a 2021 set. So yeah, that is Ninjago City Gardens in 4 live streams. Thanks again, guys, and we will catch you all next time. Have a great rest of your weekend.